Hey, this is Amelia from Burlington Animal Services. I'm the foster coordinator here. I was just going to take a few minutes to talk about why fostering is so important for us. So, we get cats and dogs in, and sometimes some of the other species as well. And we house a fair number of animals in our shelter. However, a brick and mortar shelter, it can only house so many animals at a given point in time. Some of those animals may be sick, young, or older pets. For a shelter, once the kennel room is full or even a room is full, that's all the space that we have. Fostering is so important for us because it opens up those kennel spaces and allows us to help more pets. So the first part of why fostering is so important is space. Another huge component, and actually probably the most important component, is stress. Stress for a pet is any change that happens to it. So we have cats, dogs, and the various other species, which may be farm animals or the small exotics that come in, and they have experienced a huge amount of stress because they have been brought into a place that looks weird, smells weird, and has a whole lot of noises of animals they don't recognize. This is extremely stressful for them. So that stress they're experiencing when they come into the animal shelter is a very real thing. And with stress, we know as people, it has a great deal of effect on our health. It's not uncommon for cats that come in when they get stressed to develop upper respiratory infections. That's a common stress reaction for cats. So a lot of times we try to get kittens, cats to foster because it's a less stressful environment. There's always a transition stage for cats, kittens, dogs, so forth. But once they get to a home setting, it's quieter. They have people that have become familiar faces after several days, and there is a routine established that is more comforting than a shelter setting. Another huge component of fostering is adoptability. So fostering helps animals get adopted. Fosters can help promote. They take pictures and can create bios that help these pets get adopted. Also, people are more likely to adopt a pet that they know is good in a home setting, has interacted with people, children, so forth. Whatever situation in that foster home, those experiences and written in a bio form help that pet get adopted. Videos, photographs of taken in a home setting showing a pet in a more relaxed state also is huge for getting a pet adopted. We can take photos and videos of pets in the shelter setting, but it lacks that home feel that helps some of these pets get adopted. We send a lot of animals to foster, and they run the gambit. What do we send to foster? We send older pets that may have a harder time in a shelter setting due to mobility issues or have other medical concerns. A home setting is much easier on an older pet, and we usually prioritize getting these guys to foster. We also send out bottle-fed babies. As a shelter, we never know what's going to come in through our door, so we have to be really mindful that we don't know what these pets are exposed to. And when it comes to babies, they have no immune system, so we really try to protect them as much as possible by getting these guys into foster because they will be healthier and more protected in a home setting. We also send out various medical cases. Depending on the foster's experience level and what the fosters are comfortable handling. We have some experienced fosters in panleukopenia, which is basically the kitten version of parvo. We have had a great success rate because of those fosters at saving those kittens. We also will send out dogs or cats that have injuries that require bandaging or cast to allow them to heal. We also send out agriculture animals to foster. So on occasion, you may see a goat or a pig or even a pony come into the shelter. And we have a small area that we can temporarily house them, but ideally we like to send them to foster in a larger farm area where they can be held in a more comfortable location. So you may see some of those. You may see guinea pigs, lizards, you name it. It's probably going to come into the shelter at some point in time. So we try to send some of those more exotic cases out to foster in an area where they're more appropriately housed. So in a nutshell, that's just a few of the things we send out to foster. It runs the gambit. Many times we never know what's coming in or what's going to go out to foster.